How to get rid of fire ants. If you've ever stepped on a fire ant mound by accident, you know exactly what's coming. Within seconds, dozens of ants are on your skin, and every single one of them is stinging you at the same time. It burns. It itches. And a few days later, you've got these gross little white blisters to remember it by. Fire ants aren't like the regular ants raiding your kitchen. They're aggressive, they attack in coordinated swarms, and their mounds can pop up practically overnight. Let's get into it. First, let's make sure you're actually dealing with fire ants. Look for reddish brown or copper-colored bodies, usually between 1/8 and 1/4 inch long. But the biggest giveaway isn't the ant, it's the mound. The ants tunnel out from the sides instead. If you see a mound like that, especially after rain, that's your fire ants. Closed-toe boots, long pants tucked in, and gloves are non-negotiable. Fire ants defend their mound as a team, and if you disturb it without protection, you're going to have a bad time. Alright, safety sorted. Let's talk strategy, because there are really two problems to solve: the whole yard and the individual mounds. Method 1 is broadcast baiting, and this is your long-term, big-picture solution. Here's how it works. Worker ants pick up the bait, thinking it's food, and carry it back into the mound. They share it with other workers, and eventually, it reaches the queen. That's the whole point. You're not trying to kill the ants you see. You're trying to eliminate the queen, because as long as she's alive, the colony keeps growing. Timing matters a lot here. Apply bait in the late afternoon or early evening. That's when fire ants are most active and foraging for food. Also, only apply it when the ground is dry and there's no rain expected for at least 24 hours, or the bait will break down before the ants even find it. Fire ants forage over a wide area, sometimes 30 feet or more from the mound, so treating the whole yard is what makes this method so effective. One catch: baiting is slow. It can take 2 to 6 weeks to fully wipe out a colony. So if you need faster relief from an active mound near your patio or your kids' play area, that's where method 2 comes in. This kills any ants trying to escape out the sides before they can get away. Don't do this. Then you've just made your problem worse and harder to find. Approach every mound calm, slow, and treat it before you ever touch it. You'll usually see results within a day or two. But remember, this only kills the mound you treated. There could be more mounds in the yard you haven't even spotted yet. That's why the smartest approach combines both methods, and I'll break down that combo at the end. Boiling water can actually kill a portion of the colony on contact, maybe 60% success rate according to some studies. But it rarely reaches the queen deep underground, and it can also kill your grass and damage soil. It's a decent emergency option, not a real solution. And vinegar? It might kill a few ants on contact, but it does nothing to the colony structure or the queen. Save your vinegar for cleaning. Bottom line, natural remedies can offer some temporary relief, but if you want the colony actually gone, baits and targeted treatments are what really do the job. Once your yard is clear, the goal is keeping it that way. A few habits make a huge difference. And here's the pro tip. Apply broadcast bait twice a year, once in spring and once in fall, as routine maintenance, even if you don't see active mounds. This keeps new colonies from ever establishing themselves in the first place. Combine both, and you've got the same strategy pest control professionals use every single day. If this helped you out, Do me a favor and hit that like button, and subscribe for more pest control guides like this one. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me your worst fire ant story, or ask any questions about your specific situation. I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe.